Alrighty, hello everyone and welcome back to the stream. Playing Satisfactory. In the last episode we did coal powers and now our power structure is looking like this. Until 0 because I just joined into the world. But our capacity is over 1,000, production at all time is 600, so we're getting 600 from the coal right now. And then all the extra there is from potential biomass burners right over there. If I exceed 600, then those will kick in. But right now we're only consuming around 200 and up to 350-ish anyways. But we're gonna increase that soon. Because once I get the rest of these frames, we're actually going to be unlocking advanced steel production, and then in that case I'm going to want a lot more steel going. So I'm actually going to manual craft, so I need more rods. Let's see here, rods are here. And then the next big order of business after that is we're going to upgrade our miners to Mark II miners. We're going to have Mark III belts, so we're basically going to double our speed at which everything can produce. And double the capacity for everything to produce as well. Let's get these going. Going to need 11, so I guess I can just make 12. Also, we got some good alternate recipes now that I unlocked steel production. So we'll look at the MAM quickly too. Okay, that's more than enough. So let's send that off. Here we go. Let's see here. Do I want to do blueprints first or power? Probably this. So let's shove in. I think we'll keep everything for now. Now let's look at the map. So hard drive library. In the last episode we had gotten this here, but then in between episodes it finished researching and we got these two options. Steel screws I'm not going to bother with, that's just more steps for no real need. And then here, this is great though, iron pipe, that's going to be perfect later on because we can make the steel pipes just out of iron, and when you combine this with some other recipes that are very useful, it's so good. You can make certain things like the encased, let's see here, if I pull out a assembler. So now we have access to the encased industrial beams. There's an alternate recipe for these that takes pipes instead of the steel beams. You use steel pipes. And then with that recipe, you can make these just from iron and then the concrete, and you don't even need coal at all. And then there's some other things with like the heavy modular frames and stuff that does that too. And then being able to make stators with just iron and copper, and with our iron wire we can make stators just with iron. And then there's an alternate recipe that makes rotors use the same materials as the stators, so then you can do something really convenient with that if you're making a motor factory. Then it's very nice. But anyways, let's look at something else quick. Because now in alien tech, I want to do the production amplifier. It's been a long time coming. All we need, we already have a summer sloop extra, and then we can get fluctuators now that I have access to the steel pipes pretty easily. Manual craft them, but still. And then all we need is the circuit boards. Now in here, we have 46 sitting there. We're literally just missing 4. Now the lizard doggos can give the circuit boards, but it's not very likely. These guys are not very reliable. Even when you have like 11 or 12 of them, you can't always get the item you actually want from them. Although that's nice. Purple power slug. That's so silly. All right. And then you here. Oh, that aluminum nut. Oh, blue one as well. Those will be saved for later. We're going to duplicate their output. Put all these in there. Sort that. Throw that in there. Upload's so slow, but we're gonna get upgrades for that soon. I have the scanner here, so we're gonna scan for the Mercer spheres and the summer sloops while we're exploring. But anyways, so they are probably gonna take a while before I would get those circuit boards, but I'm pretty sure there was a crash site out in that direction somewhere along the coast that has a bunch just laying there on the ground next to it. So I think I'm gonna head out to there for that. So I'm gonna do that quickly. And then we can grab another free hard drive while we're out there. So we'll just start with that then. Got that. Then along the way we'll look for more Mercer spheres. But I definitely want to get the duplication going because I want to get power shards. And the reason we want power shards is for overclocking. Specifically, overclocking our miners. We'll want that once we get higher belts. Right now, it's not really needed. But later on, once we get those belts, like the Mark IV belts that need the encased beams for them, it's going to be nice. Oh yeah, I forgot that thing... Ow. Forgot that when you parachute, they open up. Even if you were technically crouching, it disables the crouch. Let's just go up this. Oh, come on, not zoop mode. There we go. That's better. Ugh. Gonna do the parkour. There we go. Give me that summer sloop. That's great. Mercer sphere somewhere? This direction. Alright. Out here somewhere. Right in this direction. Oh, there it is. Alright. Yay. And then while we're out here, I'm gonna throw these in there. And throw that in there. Nice. Alright. Anyway, so let's just keep heading in this. Ooh, there's another one somewhere. No, it was picking up the last time. Yeah. Alright, so somewhere along this coast, there's a wreck. There's another lizard doggo. Did I see? No, thought I saw something there. Well, let's just keep going this way. See a slug. We'll grab that. It's just these flowers, and I can grab that before they actually start hurting me. There we go. Oh, got a hog. Haha. Snuck up on you. Alright, let's see here. Keep going northwards, I suppose. Get away from that hatcher. Let me look at the map. Yeah, I think we want to keep going north. Nope. Oh, okay, that's what that was. That's fine. Then after we unlock the duplication, ooh, that's interesting. I'll head down there quick too. Let me just get to the top of this. Anything up here important? No, not really. Can I see any wreck over here? Maybe it's down south more. That might be it. It's probably more south. So let's go into this hole quick and hopefully we don't die. Okay, Mercer Sphere. Nice. Alright, I don't think there's anything else in here. Yeah, this seems to be all this was for. Then we go out through here. That's kind of cool. Alrighty. Let me look on the map again then once I get to shore. Oh. Cheeky little snail. Yeah, that snail, slug, whatever you call them. Nice. Put that in there, put that in there. Let me see. Let's keep going. In that case, we can head south more. Oh, come on. That should have slid. No way that was a steep enough angle for that. Alright, now we're back here. Maybe it's out on this thing. Let's see what's out here. Any Mercer Spheres nearby? No. Alright. I hear stuff. Oh, it's in the rock here. I don't have explosives for that. See a purple slug up there. I'll probably grab that. Not too sure. I really thought that there was one out on the coast here somewhere. Hopefully be high enough. Yep. Oh, great. Well, let's kill this one at least. Yeah. Okay, you're already open. You're not gonna care. I getting hit from anywhere else? I don't see any. We should be fine now. Get back up on the ramp. Oop. Oh, come on. There we go. Purple slug. There we go. And I see another blue slug right on the other plateau over there. Glide right over to it. This one's easier. But it's only a blue one, so of course it's easier. Now let me look here. I really thought... That was a weird noise. Is there a hatcher somewhere? Oh no, it's the bean. Huh. Really not too sure. Let's see here. Where's that? That's all the way over there. That's not right. Hmm. Oh, I know where I need to go. We want to go like up over here somewhere. Yeah, we want to head in that direction. In the canyon areas with the spire coasts and stuff. That's where all the circuit boards are at. And while we're heading over there, I think, yeah, we want more Mercer Spheres more than we want more Summer Sloops. One in this direction. Where is it? Okay, so there's like a cave or something. Let's see here. Oh, yep. There's definitely a cave somewhere. Otherwise we wouldn't have those buddy boys. Those spoilers. Where's the entrance though? Is it on this side, I guess? Where? Huh. Gotta be a cave entrance somewhere. I can hear it. It's that close. Ow. Jeez, if I could actually hit them. Jeez, they just keep on coming. Where did you come from, though? Where's the entrance? Huh. Very confused. Are we? I think the cave entrance is on the south side somewhere. So let's look over here somewhere. Oh, that's it. It has to be exploded into. Oh, well, that's a big bummer. All right, well, anyways, we want to head this way. Let's start scanning for summer sloops, I suppose. We can keep doing Mercer Spheres. So that one is a no-go until we get explosives going. That requires us to have a sulfur node somewhere. Let's see if I can grab this. Let me close. Why isn't it letting me grab it? Can I not get it until... Okay, well, whatever. I guess I had to chop that thing down. Ooh, there's a Mercer Sphere somewhere over here. Probably in these gas clouds. Yeah. Down there in the gas. No point. Alright, anyways, we want to head out here. Generally. Let's see what the map looks like now. Okay. A lot of hatchers out here. Oh, great. All right. Throw all the remains and that in there. These can go in here as well. All right, now generally, let's see what we can see. Ooh, gold one. Let's try to bait this guy away from the hatcher. You see me? Oh, well, that guy's already... Never mind that. Let's head out here. I don't want to deal with it once that hatch already hatched. There's something that's promising. That might be the one. Let's deal with this first, because I like to have escape routes. Any others? Let's grab this. That spitter down there is annoying. Oh, there is a hatcher there. That's annoying. All right, let's just come up on this. Any hatchers around? No, just spitters and... Oh, that's a cliff hog. That's super annoying. Look at that. All right. Oh, he's crazy. Oh, I gotta get out of there. Couldn't actually hit what I wanted to. Come here. All right, reload. Oh, that hurt. Reload, come on. Stun him. Ah, nice. All right, that was good. Now we got spitters. At least they're smaller ones. Since they're special biome ones, they have more health though. They're more stunned than the cliff jumper one was though, so that's nice. Ooh. We have, whoa, 54 gas novelists. Those things aren't very useful, but it's cool that that is like that anyways. Throw all these in here. I need all the room I can get. Hey, there we go. Already have enough circuit boards. That's great. That's literally exactly the amount we needed from that debris. What's... Oh, there's a hatcher up here? Of course. Okay. All right. Oh. I'll just eat the damage there. Oh, there's some more there. So, let's see. All right. We can do that. just grab some quick foundations here. Then we can place down some biomass burners. One, two, three, four, and then pod. Okay. Oh, we actually filled up the spitter remains? That's crazy. So many spitters. All right. So we want just split that evenly. Okay, one. That power grid is this grid. It is quite all right. Nothing is wrong. There we go. And I'll grab this. Thank you. And then just grab all those. And grab all those. There we go. And then let's place down a man. And scan that. And that'll go in 10 minutes. And then let me grab this stack, because I know I'll want these later anyways. 65 extra, that's great. Didn't even have to go that far past the marker either. We'll explore more later, because we will need more Mercer Spheres and definitely more Summer Slips too. But that is really just going to help us get the ball rolling. Why is that still there when I deleted the sticker? Weird. Okay, what I'll have to do... just make another sticker quick. And then I'll highlight. And then stop highlighting. And then delete. Now that one's gone. Alright. Now we just have to head back home. Without dying. Now we'll be able to double the output of the snails we get to get double the amount of power crystals, so that's great. And then from the alien remains we can get double the amount of proteins, and then from the proteins you can get double the amount of DNA capsules. So then per remain you're getting 4 DNA capsules instead of just 1, literally quadrupling it. Pretty crazy. And then we're going to deal with the steel production stuff more, and our iron and copper and everything. Everything's going to be dealt with more. And it'll be great. Alright. What am I doing? I'm coming over here. Sort. Shove those in there. Full on gas novelist. Hey, what do I need to do? I need to do this. Alien tech. Okay, so we need a summer sloop and then 100 SAM fluctuators. Let's look for summer sloop. I have 4. Be nice if it would let me do that. And then we have 23 fluctuators, and then we can get some more of the reanimated stuff. I will throw some junk into here again. So we don't need that right now. Don't really need stairs or motors on us. Not that, not that. Computers I'll keep in here because we'll want that for the upgrades. Anything else I don't need in my inventory right now? I guess that. Don't really need that. All right. The rest is kind of good to keep. What I should do is I should do some more of the upgrades and stuff that in the MAM and other things that give me the inventory upgrade. So like, I already got that one. So like that for another tool belt enhancement would be nice to grab. That's not useful to do. Or do the quartz stuff there. I'd have to find a quartz node though to get that much. But we'll want to do that because I do like using the shatter rebar sometimes. But the sulfur stuff we really have to get into. Another equipment slot will be nice because I want to get the explosive rebar. That'll be just great. Also, cluster nobelisks is pretty nice if I end up doing the nobelisk side instead of just the rebar side. But let's see here. So for that, we just need more SAM fluctuators. So you can craft fluctuators here. I have a depot taking SAM, reanimated SAM and refilling it, but I have some here so I can make this go faster. Alright, so now we can make a bunch more of these. And then I think the first order of business, now that I have Mark II miners and Mark III belts, I want to double the coal power plant. I think that'll be a good thing to do. Now, I don't know if I have access to the manufacturer yet, but until I have access to the manufacturer, I have to craft the fluctuators by hand. Because since they need 3 items, assembler only takes 2 inputs, so it has to be in a manufacturer. Do I have any more reanimated SAM here? No. So I'll just have to wait for the dimensional depot to fill up again. Also, let me see. I need all my quartz stuff because I want to see if I have enough silica to get that upgrade without having to actually go do any of that. It would be silly if I could. That's half of the 200 I would need. Let's go speak to the doggos. Hello, doggies. Even more remain. Getting so many high-speed connectors. I wonder if I can have a use for them right now or if they're only really useful later. What is that? Pulse Nautilus. I'll throw that in there. Throw that in there too. Then yeah, Spitter remains on full. I want to increase the stack size too. That's something I want to do in the dimensional depots. I think increasing stack size is probably better to prioritize than increasing the upload rate. I literally just need 3 more. Two more. The refill's so slow. But having a higher stack size is better because while it's refilling in the background, then it gets up higher, so then it needs to refill less often. Okay, 1 more. And then we can get the duplication going. All right, there we go. Hey, just in time for the hard drive to finish so we can actually do it. And this will also be great to get. All right, so we want to do that. So I'll need, let's see here. How much Mercer spheres do I have? 6. All right. Now let's see what this was. Basic iron ingot. So you combine limestone with iron ore to get more ingots than normal. All right, not too good, not too bad. I just don't like having to use a foundry when I can just use smelters, you know? 2 inputs for one thing. Especially when it's just as simple as that. But that's nice if you really want to maximize your nodes. Let's see here. Solid steel ingot. 40 iron ingots per minute and 40 coal per minute makes 60 steel ingots per minute. Let me look at the default recipe. And that default recipe. Oh, don't have enough modular frames. I'm gonna have to go up there and actually look and see. So 40 and 40 make 60 is that alternate. Let's see what's actually in here. 30 and 30 make 30. That's interesting. That's actually just better. I might take that. Let me look at that again. Yeah, 40 and 40 make 60 instead of 30 and 30 make 30. So that's a ratio of 2 to 3 instead of 1 to 1. That's actually nice. I might take that then once we do more with steel. That's actually pretty good. And then also I'll take the iron pipes. Jeez, my talking today is just all over the place. But I'll take the iron pipes when we start to actually use that. Let me look at the awesome shop. Anything new in here? Anything we need? A lot of the stuff gets unlocked with quartz stuff. The silica stuff. No. Alright, well, let's do this. Research. Yeah.
Production.
All right, and now I want to do, we can almost do just either side then, one of each. That's not too bad. I'm gonna need to make more of these though. Okay, I think what I'll do, I can grab a MAM and bring it up to there. Also, expanded power infrastructure is going to be nice because then we have the power towers, and those things are great with the zip line for mobility everywhere. It's so simple. It's so nice. And then that lets us extend our power network across the whole map to wherever we don't want to bring trains to. Alrighty. Up, up, up we go. Keep going. Alright, there we go. Let's just head over to that SAM ore node that's up here. No, I forgot that this thing makes 7.5 per minute. So much here though. So I can just craft them right here. Don't have enough iron pipes. Of course I don't have enough steel pipes. Why would I? The moment I come to over here. Oh, that's great. That's so funny. That's actually so funny. I'm gonna throw these back in here. Let's see here. Don't need either of those on me. I'm just gonna take a bunch of these down then. There. That should be plenty. But as you saw how the dimensional depot is on top of that crate there, and then I'm just using a conveyor lift to put it from the crate into the dimensional depot. Once we have enough Mercer spheres, we can do that with a lot of our items, and then we can just have everything in a backpack. Just always resupplying. Alright. Go up this for the... Getting 20 per minute of these. Oh, jeez. Place one of these down, thank you. I'm gonna shove all that into there quickly. I make a crafting bench and then a MAM. Missing cable, give me some cable. Alright, now let's make a bunch of these SAM fluctuators. I need more wire. Let me grab some more wire. Think I have some in the box. No, that's all Caterium wire. Well, good thing I have a whole huge box of wire right there. That should be plenty. There we go. Now we can keep making those. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm gonna need 98 for the 2 upgrades. So close. And 1, 92, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now you... Gimme, gimme, gimme. I need to grab the orbs out of the dimension. Research that one first. Now each can hold 2 stacks. And then it'll upload at 30 per minute instead of 15 per minute. That'll be a lot nicer. All right, not too bad. We're making a bunch of rotors and smart plating slowly too. What we really want to do now though is this can be our new conveyor thing there, because now we'll have Mark III. Alright, and then these will be the new default building material for that. I'm actually going to deposit my smart plating back into there because I won't be needing it as our main conveyor material anymore. Now what I'd like to do actually is I want to put the space elevator back down. Let's grab some more wire for that. Come on. Place it like right there quickly just to see again. Okay, so 1,000 smart plating, 1,000 versatile framework, and 1,000 automated wiring. Okay, so for smart plating, you need the advanced iron plates and rotors. For versatile frameworks, you need those things. You need modular frames and steel beams. And then for the automated wiring, we're gonna need stators and cable. All right. Now I don't want this here, so go away. So I think we'll start with smart plating automation. And smart plating, I think we'll want to keep as a pretty permanent piece of automation in our factory. And then what we can do is we can just overproduce each of the things that makes it, and then whichever parts are not used for the actual smart plating will be sent to our personal storage. So let's see what that takes again. Smart plating, so reinforced iron plates and then rotors. So both of these things that are being made here. Now it would be nice to get the alternate recipe for rotors so that it runs off of wire and steel pipes, but we'll do that later. For now, we can just use the default recipe here for that. All right, now let's see here. I want to look at Miner Mark II. Okay, I have enough of the encased things to last for a while, but I'm gonna need more. Let me think here. I'm just gonna need more of the modular frames. I can do that too. I'll make a modular frame factory as part of the other things. But let's just start with smart plating for now. Let's see here. So I'm gonna run everything off of... I'm gonna do the smart plating off of this one here, I think. All right, so let's make a huger area. I think we'll do everything down here. Yeah. So we're gonna continue this on. Continue this on and on and on. A nice big flat ground here. There we go. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some modular frames right now manually. Oh, they're so slow. But I just need one for a Mark II miner. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. How much was it? Okay, that's enough. Now this is the one we want to upgrade, so then that just slaps right on top of it. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to upgrade that. Actually, I'm gonna do that. And I'm going to grab another splitter. Now this ain't gonna line up that nice. That's not gonna work. Okay, let's see here. Maybe I'll just pull it out of this then. Great. Everything else is going to head into these as they're needed, and the rest is going to come out here. All right. Let's see how much this is making right now. Now it's making 240. How much is this taking? 25 per, so times 4, 100. So this system here is taking 100 ingots. So we have... How much does this belt do again? 270. It does 270, but the miner only actually takes out 240 unless I put power crystals in. Oh, that's another thing I want to do. Actually, I think we should set that up first. We can just take one constructor. I'll just shove like one constructor like right there. And then we'll get 2 boxes. Now let me see here. Summer sloops. In a constructor, if you throw a summer sloop in there. Now let's see here. I will just quickly make some iron plates. Then I'm quickly just gonna grab from this belt here. Of course I don't have room. Why would I? Now, why I did that is because the first craft on this does not get duplicated. So I want to throw in just a junk craft so then I don't waste a good craft on it not getting duplicated. There we go. See, the first one only came out with 2. Now the rest should be doing 4 though. So now we can change the recipe to something like, say, purple slug power shards. And now if I find purple slugs, we have 5 of those. Each of them is going to make 10 instead of making 5. So let's see the first 10 come through. There we go. There we go, first 10. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw 3 in there and overclock this baby super fast. Now he runs super fast. I think it does it after this current construction, then it'll be super fast. There we go, yep, super fast now. And we're getting so many of these. And now let's grab out, I need to dump some stuff. Throw that in there. That's going way faster now, twice as fast. Throw these into here, these into here, these into here. Just to get some room. That's great. So now I have 47 in here. Now let's grab out our blue. Now, if you were doing it normally, you'd get 21 of these out. But with this, we're gonna get 42. And then let's grab our yellow one. These usually give you like 2 each, but with this we'll get 4 each then. So then from our yellow ones we'll get 24. So that is great. Nice, nice, nice. And then what we'll do is once we get more summer sloops, and then we'll use smart splitters, we'll set up a thing where it's one box, we can throw a bunch of things into it, and then it goes into several of these, each with their own different recipe. Yeah, that's great. Getting so much. We already have 75 now. Ridiculously good. And actually, with a power shard, these belts take 270. This thing only makes 240. If we put that in there, that can bring it up all the way to 360, but if we set it to 270, now we can make exactly 270 per minute if we wanted. And then that will max out the belt. So now instead of having 140 on this line available, we have 170 on this line available for whatever we want. That is pretty nice. And then as we get higher belts, we can max these up very high. And with Mark II miners, we can get all the way up to 600 per minute. Once we get Mark III miners, you can get 1,200 per minute. It is insane. Does take some more power than usual though. That's why with the power shards, you usually only want to use them on just the miners, and then if you're using like fuel generators and stuff that take fuel, then you can have less machines, less of the generators, so it's nice that way. All right, let's throw in the yellow slugs now. Change you to yellow slug. That 50 per minute, crazy. Now this will be 24 instead of 12. We're already at 12, and that's gonna double. So that's great. And then we can pull out, let's say, hog remains. And then we'll throw that in there, and then you'll see how that works. So now we already have more than 100 of the power shards. That is great. Speaking of, I can throw power shards into here. Now I want this to be hog remains for hog protein. 100 protein per minute. Crazy. And as you see, this thing takes 53.7 megawatts just on its own. It's insane power. Now, if I didn't have this sped up, of course it does less. If I do it like that, now it's only taking 16, but this still adds a lot to it than it usually would. But I will keep these in because I want this to go fast since I don't have it all fully automated. And we're going to need more summer sloops for that. Right now we got 2 more we could use. Okay, let's change it to spitter protein. Throw all the spitter ones in there. One more spitter one. Nope. Put that in my inventory, please. There we go. And then we'll throw the hatch remains in there. So that's done. Then we're getting a bunch of alien proteins, and then we're going to turn those into the other things. All right. The DNA. And then we'll throw the DNA in the thing, the awesome sink, and then we'll get a bunch of tickets out of that, coupons. Crazy. All right. So now let's plan out what we want to do. So for smart plating, let's say I want... Let's say I just want 4 smart plating per minute. You don't need too much at a time. Over time, it'll fill up to the 1,000 we'll eventually need. So for 4 per minute, I'll want 4 reinforced iron plates per minute and 4 rotors per minute. So, oh no, we'll want that back. Let's start with the reinforced iron plate. Now you could either do iron plates and screws to make it, or we can do iron plates and wire to make it. And if I use the iron wire combo, this ends up being more efficient and faster as well. So we are going to do that. So we'll want for 4. For 4, we're going to want that much of each of those. But I think what I actually want to do then is I want 5 per minute for my own use. So I'm going to want 9, but we can only make that much with each machine there. So what we'll want is 4.5, and then we will double that to make the 9, and we'll do it on 2 machines. So then for that, 37.5, and then 18.75 there. All right. Nope, that's not right. 37.5 times 2. So we'll want 75 wire. And then for plate, 18.75 times 2. We'll want 37.5 plates for all the reinforced plates we'll want. All right, and then let's look at the rotors. For rotors, to make the 4, we'll want, let's spin this back to 100% clock speed. To make the 4, which is 1 machine making it, need 20 iron rods and 100 screws. All right. Let's say I just want to make rotors on my own for my own uses as well. I'll just do 4 per minute to make it easier. So that'll be 40 iron rods and 200 screws. So rods I know is 1-to-1, so we'll want 40 ingots per minute just with that. And then for screws, I'm going to use half screws. And that's 12.5, and I want 200 of those then, so that's 50 then. All right, that should be doable, I think. So let's start with the reinforced iron plates. So do that again. We're gonna want how many structures? Wait a second. I'm looking at this wrong. For 4.5, you need 15 per minute and 30 per minute. That's actually very round. So I only need 30 iron plates per minute and 60 wire per minute. So to make 30 iron plates, I'm going to need 2 machines. All right. And then to make the 60 wire, I'll need 3 machines. All right. Not too bad. That's actually so easy. All right, let's bring it out. All these are straight, right? I've been having some weird issues with the belts not actually being straight. Alright, that seems fine. In fact, we might actually not do it here. We'll do it along this. The doggos are kind of in the way there. That's fine though. Then we'll pull it down over there. Okay, so let's set up some things. We want to set up these smelters. Oh yeah, each of these does 30. So actually, I am going to grab my calculator just to make sure I am doing this right. Okay, so for this, I'm going to do a smelter section just for the reinforced iron plates first. So that means, oh, it was easy numbers. Why am I being dumb? .5. Okay, so $30 plates per minute means $30 plates per minute means 22.5 times 2, 45 plus 30 wire per minute. Right? Yeah, 30 wire per minute. And that means 8.33 repeating. .333 times 2, 16.666 plus the 45, so 61.666, so just over 60 so far for that. That means for this setup I'm going to need 5 smelters. Actually, let's see here, divided by 5. 5 smelters, making 12.33. Actually, let's do 61.6. No, 61.666 divided by 4. 15.41. I can use 3 smelters. 61.666 divided by 3. 20.555333. Okay. So we can use 3 smelters for this. And then yeah, it'll just come right through here. That'll be fine. So smelter. Rotate it like this. Let's nudge it in the correct spot. And pull it back 2 kinks. That'll be fine. Have that lined up. There we go. Let's place down splitters. Make sure it's in line with both. Mark 1s into this. Mark 3s into everything else. And then this is going to be run along to the next section. Okay. Then off of that, now we get mergers. We want them to head into this way. And then head out that way. And then these can all be Mark 1. And that will be the next section. Let's bring over power as well. Set it right here. All right. Good, good. Now let's see here. 20.555. Copy the settings on that and paste that. Alrighty. Hopefully that'll be fine. Alright, now we are going to split them right here. All right, now we want, first let's do the plates. Just to make sure, we just need 2, making 15 per minute. So let's line this up with this. Actually, let's remove that. So I will have it right along that edge there. I think I'll pull it to there just to give me space. I want it lined with that. Actually, that's going to need to be Mark 2, isn't it? Yeah. Line up, please. All right, and then for the iron, we're gonna need 2 as well. Then we'll just line up the array like that. 1, 2, 3. Now Mark 2s are gonna come along this way, because this is more than 60. But then into each individual machine, none of them are taking more than 60, so those can just be Mark 1s. We want plates going at 15 per minute. Nope, not that one. This one wants to be iron wire. Now I need to look at the recipe again to see exactly how much wire we need. 4.5. 30, so 15 per on each. And then what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna make these make 20.56. Just to make sure that these aren't doing it wrong. That might be a tiny bit power inefficient, but I'd rather that than resource inefficient. Alright, so then those should all be tuned fine. And then we're gonna extend that to here. There we go. All right. There we go. And then these can definitely just be Mark 1s. Oh, did I do that wrong? Yeah, I did that wrong. There we go. Okay, so then I got the wire and the plates coming out. Then we're gonna do 2 assemblers. I think I'll pull them down. Or maybe they'll just pass along. Yeah, I think I'll have them pass along. All right, and then assemblers. So let me just think of how I want it to be like. That's flush there. If anything, this will get raised up by 1. No. I want them to go down. Yeah. So let's see here. Production for assemblers. That should be fine. Line that up with this. And then we'll do lift. All right, let's see here. All right. I like how this one looks better than that. Now let's see here. Don't give me too much room here. In fact, I might push all this down one. Or actually, I got a way better idea. Instead of having these raised, I'll just have some of these lowered and some of them not. In fact, what I'll do is I'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Then that'll come down. Okay, that should be fine. Fine distance. Maybe like that. And have that line up there. And then tiled to there. All right, and then what I'll just do is that, and then I can grab, delete that, like that, and then I will grab a splitter, and we're going to place it on this like that, and then that can go into that. No. I want to put that on there so then it's more straight. Fine. Do it the other way then. Here we go. And then we'll just run this to there. Then these will just get run into there the normal way. There we go. Pretty decent. Oh, that didn't actually run the right way. There. And that's supplying both of those. Where is the power pole here again? So then you should be fine there. Each of these are going to make that 4.5. There we go. Those are filling and they're starting to make. Good, good. Why isn't this one making? All right, now it should be. All right, so then that's going to be the I'll format that output later, but that is now the reinforced iron plates. Hopefully that should be all it'll need. So good, good, good. And now let's check and see what we'll need for the other. Now let's look at rotors. So we're making 9 per minute here, so we'll have 5 extra. Now for rotors, let me just make sure that's right. Yeah, 2 and 2, so we need 4 rotors now, but I'm gonna make 8 rotors, then we have extra rotors for ourselves. So we need 200 screws and 40 iron rod. So we are going to want more of these boys. And then I'll just put the factories right next to each other. So for iron rods, 40 per minute means we will need 3. 40 divided by 3. 13.333. Okay, so we need 3 making 13.333 each. That's 3. And then for 200, we're gonna need 4, making 50 each, right? at 100% clock speed. Yeah, 4 making 50 each. All right, so let's start with this. So we're gonna have 40 plus, not that, 12.5 times 4, 12.5 times 4, 50. So 90 per minute coming out of this, which means we just need exactly 3 more of these. Let's make sure that these are actually in line. So that's in line with that, so that's good. And then probably want the first of these to line up with the first of my other things. So let's shove it down this way. Have it pulled back. Okay. Here. Yeah, because that's lined up with that. Okay, so 1. And actually we can have them right here. And then we're gonna want mergers. Like that. And splitters off like that. And this is gonna run completely behind all of these. That's not in line. This one in line? Yes. Now this run is gonna take 90, so we'll need Mark IIs for this whole thing here. This last one can be Mark 1s. And each of these will not need more than 60, so that's gonna come to here, and that. The rest can be Mark 1s. Each of these makes 30. All right, and then we just expand that right out to here. And then this will be Mark III. And then I'm going to keep this whole line here, Mark III, and pull that there just in case we upgrade this thing to go farther. Then it's like that for if we need it. Then 1s on each of these. Those are all set. Power. All right. 1, 2, and 3 there. And then this is going to pull to here. You're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to make another line over here that does these last 3. Just to make things a little less confusing later on. All right. There we go, and then slowly that should all be doing its thing. Good, good. Let's see here. 20.56 times 3. 20.56 times 3. 61.68. Okay, yeah. And then plus 90. 151.68 plus 100. 251.68. So I'm gonna say 251.2 just to make it better. And that's the technical minimum we'll need then. There we go. And that should be good there. That should be good there. All right, and now with the outputs here. Merger. I think we'll pull it off here. All right. Now this is the next 3, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Just to make sure, yeah. And then from there, these are the other thing. All right. Each of these can go into that. I'll only ever need Mark 1s for this whole line here. Okay. Then I'm gonna pull this over here quick, just so I know what's going on. Now these, I'm actually gonna use Mark 3 belts because the total is 200 and that's more than the 120 that Mark 2s can do. All right, so. All right. 1. Oh, that's not lined up right. All right. Mark 1s can go into each of these because 50 out is less than 60. This last line here can be Mark 1 because that's just 50 going into this. Then this will be 100 coming out of here, so that's going to need Mark 2 as a minimum. And then out of that, that's going to be 150, so we are going to need Mark 3s from here on out. And then I will pull that to there just so that I know where that's going to go. Okay, now we can do the same sort of thing over here. In fact, I'm just going to delete all these and we're just going to make a straight shot. We can add in elevation stuff later. Just extend this out like that. So I think what'll be easiest is probably pulling I'll pull the screws down for the main first floor and then I'll send the pipes up for the second lift. All right, that makes sense. There we go. And then from here, gonna want this to line up, so I'm gonna pull it right there. Okay, now the 2 for this. Okay, so So I have to stay on that, and then I want this to line up with those. 1 and 2. There we go. Okay, now let's start with that. And then all these can literally just be that easy. All right. Then the same deal down here. We'll probably line it up with that. Let's see how that run looks. Do it opposite. Yeah, that looks nice. And then these will run to there. Each of these needs 100, so these can be Mark IIs going into the actual individual thing. All right, and then each of these will just do the main router recipe at 100 clock speed. There we go. And now we will hook up with the same power line here, that, and that. Then I'm gonna extend this here. All right, now. Each of these are starting to go. That one's not quite filled with screws yet, but it's getting there. Ooh, that. I need to make that Mark III. All of these being Mark 1 should be fine, but those lifts over there did need to be a higher mark speed. These ones don't have to be, that are actually connected here, but those ones do. That one did. And as everything equalizes, it should work good. All right. Okay, and then all we need is one in the middle. Let me see. How overlappy is everything? Okay, that should be pretty much middle. And I'm gonna pull this out to here. Because really I only need one of each of these to make one for this, for the smart plating. But actually I need to manifold that up. Okay. Then, actually I'll need one of these. Correct. Correct. Because this is already going to make the 4 per minute. One of these already makes 4.5 per minute, actually. So in that, So in that case, we actually only need I think I want a priority splitter, right? Smart splitter there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so for smart splitter, I need an AI limiter. I need to make some of those anyways for other uses. And luckily we got plenty of that. Just make a bunch of those quickly here. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. This is great. So then with the AI limiter for the smart splitter will send 4 words towards the smart plating machines as the priority. And then for the 0.5 out of the one machine, that 0.5 will be sent to the other side for overflow. And then that'll just merge with the other one. So then I'll end up having 5 coming out for my own storage container. Then in that case, I will place a smart splitter as close as I can. Like right there. And then we're gonna put a merger right here, in line with both of those. Mark one there, mark one there, mark one there. And then we're just gonna pull a tiny mark one belt out here, and let's program this. So center is all any, right output is overflow. Just gonna want to go this way, and then any extra is gonna go out that way and combine with that. And then we're going to place our storage container. Actually, we have industrial storage containers now, but I think regular ones will be fine for now. And then we can run this to wherever we want. So like probably wrap it around to over there to make it better. And then for these boys here, one of these can literally just immediately go. I want this to be lined up with him perfectly. Let's see here. So right here is the middle of that line there. So yeah, that should be good. Then that goes into that. These can be completely separate. And this will go into the 2. All right. So now we just need to do another one. I think we'll have smart plating underneath, and then we'll send rotors up. Yeah. Let's put them like... They can be pretty close, like right there. Actually, I want these lined up with the one that's going to be up, don't I? Oh, come on. That should be fine. And then line that up there. And now we will grab these. we go. All right. Normal splitter, please. There we go. Now I'm going to prep these. Wait, this needs to be... There we go. That. Then those are prepped. And prepping this side of it too, because production is gonna start slow. But this should be making the 4 per minute. And each of these boys take 2 per minute of each of those. Alright. Then this can fill up these 2. Great. Technically this one could have done both of those machines, but I like to play it safe. Alright, and then from these, one last thing is just a merger. And then any of that comes out and we'll go into here for the 1000 smart plating at 4 per minute. So there we go. And we're getting reinforced iron plates at 5 per minute, 5 per minute, and then rotors at 4 per minute. So that's that. Probably took too long than I should have, but oh well. Now we got some other stuff to do. Did I have a hard drive scanning? I forgot if I did. No. Okay, that's fine. Let's look at how much steel stuff we've accumulated in the meantime as well. Oh, that's a lot. That's great. And that's a lot too. All right, so don't really need either of these over here now. I think before we do anything else with steel, we might want to grab more hard drives for hopefully better recipes. Let me look. These boys, they do only do normal steel. Now I will get that better steel one because that is just better. It's nice. It might be more power hungry. That might be the trade-off with that, but otherwise it's literally just upside. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to double the power production. That's something that we want to do as our max consumption is approaching our current production. I would like to keep up with that, especially as this thing will get bigger. Oh yeah, another thing. I want to make modular frames. Let's do modular frames off of this boy. So let's see, modular frames I think are made in an assembler. Don't have enough reinforced plates. I can grab some. Now that they're being made over here. Thank you. Modular frames, reinforced iron plates, and then iron rods. So for my own personal use, I'll probably want like 4 per minute. So then that'll need, oh boy, 6 there. Ah. Let's see what other ratios I could do. Wonder what other modular frame alternates there are. Let me look in my man and see if I have any alternates. Go to hard drive library. I have bolted frames. That just replaces the pipes for screws, which is worse though. So yeah, probably don't want that. I might just do a single thing, just making 2 per minute. Just like not permanently, but like geez, what's the word? Temporarily. Geez, my brain is frazzled at this point. Out of these boys, you can only get up to 5.5 there. I'd need 2 machines doing that anyways. I could have 3 of these doing 4, and then that would be 12. I might do that. I'll look into that then. But that's later. We don't need to make frames right away. What I do want to look at is, okay, so encased industrial beams that we're gonna need at some point. It's just steel beams with concrete. I should upgrade our concrete too. And then okay, so just steel things there. We're not into heavy modular frames yet, are we? That's in the other thing. Oh yeah, stators is another thing. And then that makes motors. Anything in particular that we need that for though? Not yet, really. Let me think here. Fluid buffers, that's nice. I think we should take a look at what progress we can do here. Nope, wrong thing. This. So yeah, I do want that. Could also get hypertubes going for this. And then for the next phase, it really is. Okay, so let's look at the other tower components as well, space elevator components. I'm pretty sure they're all made in the assembler, because we're not onto manufacturing yet. Okay, so we'll need modular frames for these. 5 per minute is fine, so 2.5 modular frames. And then how much per minute? So these made 2. So maybe I'll just make like 6 modular frames. And then put 2.5 towards the other thing, and then that leaves what, 3.5 for me then. That would mean I would need 9 reinforced iron plates. Which is fine, because that's basically the same exact setup as I have for this, then. The same exact setup here, because each of these makes 4.5 to make the 9. It's 3 times 3 then. Okay. And then I just need 36 rods per minute for that. And then steel beams, which is easy to supply. Or I might, yeah, because that's 1,000 of them. I don't know. It's hard to deal with that. Probably need a break. That's probably just what needs to happen. Definitely gonna need to make more of these per minute. You know what? Yeah, let's double our power first. I think we'll probably do that and then be done for this stream. What's going on over here? Oh, those are all idle. They're all full. Okay, so let's make another power bank, so that'll need 8 more of these. Actually, yeah, I don't know. I guess I feel kind of burnout right now. That was good progress over there with that though. That is gonna be great for us. Might just have this be a short stream. I already got 43. That's a good pace. I mean, we're making 4 per minute. Let me look. What was it for the advanced wiring? Automated wiring. Cable and stators. What is it for stators? Now we only need 100 of those for this next phase, so I'll probably just do that temp. We already have like a bunch of stators just sitting around. Let's talk to the doggos. Hello, doggies. Useless. Alright. Alright. Hey, that's nice. Oh, I could have used those earlier. Jeez. That's big ticket. Alright. Yeah, I think for now that'll probably be it then. Unless I want to explore more right now, but actually I think I'm just kind of sick of being in game right now. Probably just take a break, and we got lots and lots to do for next episode and later on. It's just kind of tough because right now there is a lot of things that I would like to just have automated, but I know, especially now that I have a bunch of power crystals and stuff, I know once I get Mark IV belts, I'm going to want to retrofit everything and extend it all out for Mark IV belts right away anyways. So I kind of feel like I almost should just do just enough to get the elevator done and then just wait to make anything else automated until I have Mark IV belts. Yeah. Well, it was a good time though. That was a good build. Good build. I do love me some manifolds. And then here we're kind of using the elevation to our advantage. This looks different than that. Kind of want to feed that directly. I mean, that's still different. Yeah, I'll do it without any port. Just like the wire. Is that the same? Well, it's not exactly the same because of that kink in it, but yeah, that's pretty good. And all coming together to over here. And then that all comes together to over here. And then the extras are here. Eventually, as this is making 4.5 and then it's going into this, and this only consumes 4, this will actually back up to there, and then that will overflow into that slowly. Very slowly. And these are making those. We have extra rotors. Extra smart reinforced plating, and then our smart plating is going into here. Already got over 50. Alrighty. In that case, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Hope any of y'all watching enjoyed, and have a good day, night, whenever. Yeah, and see you later.